It all began in the 1950s, when a visionary decided to transform a 50,000-acre tract of wild land in southeastern Florida into a vast cattle ranch. At that time, the land was merely a sprawling area of scrub and low brush, a challenge for any farmer. However, with perseverance and vision, the ranch's first managers began turning the land into a productive operation. The first significant achievement was improving the quality of the pastures, a crucial step to ensure the ranch's prosperity. Over the years, Deseret ranches grew by absorbing neighboring lands, eventually reaching 300,000 acres in the 1990s, becoming one of the largest rural properties in the United States. The initial vision of its founders was not only to create a solid and sustainable agricultural operation, but also to build a legacy that could expand over time without losing sight of the principles of conservation and respect for nature. Deseret ranches didn't just become a large cattle operation. From the beginning, its managers focused on agricultural diversification. While cattle became the cornerstone of the ranch, it also invested in several other crops. One of the most significant was citrus production, particularly oranges, a natural choice for Florida, which has ideal conditions for growing fruit. At the same time, the ranch maintained a strong presence in the grain and forage sector, planting corn and soybeans among other crops. This diversified strategy helped ensure the ranch's economic stability, as managers knew that commodity prices could fluctuate, and relying on a single revenue source could be risky. Integrating different types of agricultural production ensured a robust operation capable of withstanding market fluctuations. With a herd of approximately 42,500 cows, Deseret Ranches faces one of the largest challenges in used cattle farming, managing such a large herd. However, it's not just the size of the herd that makes the ranch impressive. It's the efficient way it is managed. To ensure each cow is well fed, cared for, and managed effectively, the ranch is divided into 14 independent units or sub-ranches. Each unit has about 3,100 cows, allowing for personalized treatment with its own pasture system and crew. Remarkably, a single cowboy can manage around 1,200 cows using horses and modern technology to monitor and manage the herd. The operation is so efficient that each year the ranch can produce thousands of calves, which are sent to feedlots across the country for finishing. This scale and efficiency make Deseret ranches a major player in the U.S. cattle industry. Florida is a state with unpredictable weather, experiencing intense droughts followed by torrential rains. This climate cycle presents unique challenges for a large-scale ranch, and efficient water management became a top priority for Deseret ranches. The ranch invested heavily in a water management system that captures and retains rainfall, while also filtering runoff water before releasing it into the environment. One notable example of this initiative is the 500-acre reservoir, known as Jug Island, created to store and purify rainwater, helping reduce erosion and improve water quality flowing off the ranch. In addition, the ranch implemented a state-of-the-art irrigation system in its citrus groves, ensuring that water is used efficiently and minimizing waste. These efforts not only help preserve local water resources but also demonstrate Deseret Ranch's long-term commitment to sustainability. As cities around Orlando expanded and Florida's population grew, Deseret Ranches found itself under increasing pressure to sell its land to urban developers. The growth of suburban areas with new highways and residential neighborhoods could easily encroach upon the ranch's agricultural land. However, instead of succumbing to the pressure, the ranch's managers took a firm stand. They would not sell their land. Instead, they began working on a long-term plan for responsible land use. The ranch collaborated with the Florida government to create a development plan that would balance urbanization with environmental preservation. In 2015, the ranch finalized the North Ranch Sector Plan, a visionary plan that outlines how part of its land will be urbanized in a controlled manner, without sacrificing vital areas for conservation and agriculture. The proposal includes the creation of a sustainable city model called Sunbridge, which will incorporate farms, residences, and businesses in harmony with the environment. Beyond being one of Florida's largest cattle ranches, Deseret Ranches has also become a vital refuge for wildlife. The ranch has a deep commitment to preserving endangered species and creating habitats that promote biodiversity. One of the most impressive projects was the creation of a sanctuary for the wood stork, an endangered bird species. Observing the need for these birds to have a safe place to nest, the ranch managers built an artificial island in a pond, surrounded by a moat filled with alligators, which act as natural guards against predators like raccoons and snakes. This effort led to the creation of one of the largest nesting sites for this species in the state. The ranch is also home to a variety of other species, including egrets, eagles, deer, and even alligators, all coexisting with the agricultural operation in a balanced and sustainable way. Deseret Ranch's work demonstrates how conservation and agriculture can go hand in hand. As Florida continues to grow and transform, Deseret Ranches is preparing for the future with an innovative mindset. The ranch is investing in new technologies to ensure that its operation remains efficient and sustainable. A notable example of this is the partnership with solar energy companies to install solar panels on the vast areas of land that were previously underutilized. The energy generated by the solar panels now feeds into Florida's power grid, representing an additional revenue stream for the ranch. Furthermore, Deseret Ranches continues to explore new agricultural opportunities, diversifying its production and investing in innovative management practices. The ranch remains firm in its mission to be a model of sustainability, combining food production with the preservation of natural resources. By doing so, Deseret Ranches is setting a legacy of resilience, innovation, and environmental respect that will likely continue to thrive for many generations. As Deseret Ranches continues to expand and innovate, its journey is not just about cattle and crops. It's about building a legacy of sustainability, respect for nature, and planning for the future. In a world where urban growth threatens to engulf agricultural land, Deseret proves that it is possible to balance production and conservation. With its long-term vision, combining traditional farming practices with innovative solutions, the ranch is setting a unique example for the world. With every innovation, from water management to solar farms, Deseret Ranches is not only feeding people but also caring for the planet. And by integrating wildlife preservation and planned urban expansion, they are paving the way for a more balanced and sustainable future. Deseret Ranches is much more than just a ranch, it's a model for the future of agriculture a beacon of how we can coexist with nature and still thrive. As you can see, the story of Deseret Ranches is just the beginning of a revolution in the countryside. A revolution that will continue to inspire for generations to come. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And as always, stay with us for more stories about the hidden giants of America and how they're shaping the future.